Hey everyone, and welcome to another MTG Arena Standard Best of 1 video. Today we are piloting some Grixis Midrange. Yes, I know I normally go down the aggro route, but today I thought I'd showcase something different. The goal of the deck is to outvalue our opponents with creatures from some of the best colors in Magic, blue, black, and red, and just overwhelm our opponents through value. For Bloodtithe Harvester, just a good beat stick and can also remove an opponent's threat if necessary. For Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Reflective Kiki-Jiki is just one of the best creatures in Standard right now. For Corpse Appraiser, to get rid of cards in an opponent's graveyard if they want to do any disturb or unearth stuff. And also really good card advantage as well, getting solutions. And boy, do we run a lot of solutions. 3 Sheoldred, because she's just like one of the greatest 4-drops in Standard. We also run 1 Evelyn the Covetous, again for card advantage. 1 Sulfurous Springs it just has 3 great modes and a 4th mode, which we can basically negate through the use of Go for the Throat. But we also run 3 Bladecoil Serpents. These are really good. The idea is that we can draw cards, we can discard cards, we can give it haste and trample, and you'll often find yourself doing all 3. Sometimes I'll do 2 blue, 4 black. Sometimes I'll do 4 black, 2 blue. But 6 mana 5/4 that draws a card makes our opponent discard a card, and will have haste and trample for a turn is really good. This guy is a problem. And then in terms of the other stuff, we have the removal suite for cut down to Voltage Surge, 2 make disappear, 4 go for the throat, and of course a single copy of Reckoner Bankbuster. Just, you know, it's a 60th card in the deck. It's good, but it's not a must-have in this deck because simply put, we have so many other ways of drawing cards. The mana base is what you would expect. Plenty of dual lands. We've got the Triumph in the form of Xander's Lounge, and Otawara, Takenuma, and Sokenzan for some utility. That's the deck. Let's get into some games. Alright, our opponent goes first. We have a nice turn 2 and turn 3 play, so we're going to keep this hand. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have anything too threatening. I prefer Bloodtithe Harvester over Go for the Throat as the turn 2 play. Looks like our opponent might be on some form of mono white bait, given the turn 1 Django. No, Selesnya. I am just going to get rid of this now. Just going to deal with it now. I want nothing to do with Jukai Naturalist. And now we can Corpse Appraise as well. Got to Go for the Throat. Let's see what else we can get. Well, don't really need land, so I'm going to pick up another Corpse Appraiser. Opponent, they could have Soul Partition. Given that they had... There's another Jukai Naturalist. Interesting. Yeah, we had another Go for the Throat there. Okay, opponent's going first. We are going to keep this hand. Mono black will open with Xander's Lounge. Yeah, unfortunately, because of the way these lands have fallen, we don't have access to turn 2 Bloodtithe Harvester. They should discard the Reckoner Bankbuster here. They do. Corpse Appraiser, excellent. Backup Pilfer. Not what I would have gone for, truth be told. Just playing this out for tempo. Wow, what nonsense is this? Play out the Bloodtithe Harvester this time. I don't need to discard a card here. Yeah, you can shut up. You're playing mono black, mate. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. Put the land into my hand. And we will end turn. Uh-huh. Our opponent's not actually done anything yet, so I'm not particularly threatened by anything here. We'll play Sol'kanar. We will draw a card. Yeah, sure. The good thing about this is that everything our opponent's doing at the moment is 1 for 1 for 1 for 1 for 1 for 1 for 1. Yeah, sure. We are going to Voltage Surge here and sacrifice this artifact. Deals 4 damage. We're going to attack for 4. If they want to play another Shakedown Heavy, they can do so. Wow. Opponent really does have everything. Cool. X can be 0. I would like to make them discard a card. Give it haste. Put them down to 6. Force them to actually have something here. Yeah, Corrupt will do it, won't it? We'll go for a backup Bladecoil Serpent. Yeah, let's draw 2 cards. Pilfer, yeah, sure. Opponent has to play a win condition at some point. Didn't have it. Alright, we are on the play. We have our 1 of Reckoner Bankbuster. This is fine, we can keep this. What I usually do is I would open with Shivan Reef for Voltage Surge, but actually I'm going to play the Haunted Ridge tapped. So that next turn I can hold up Make Disappear. Or if they play, say, Island Delver or 1 drop that I need to be worried about. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play out the Shivan Reef here. I'm going to end the turn. I'm in no rush here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to tap this. Play out the Reckoner Bankbuster. So I've still got Voltage Surge available. I've also show cut down here. Alright, we miss a land drop. I do think we should remove a counter here. Wow. Not good. Opponent might also be stuck on 3 land. That could be a saving grace. Yeah, looks like it. Jesus. We'll get rid of Bladecoil Serpent and Evelyn. I think they're not really going to do it for us. Corpse Appraiser does eventually happen. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, no worries. I still want to keep the Go for the Throat for something else. Oh boy, hiccups. Oh. Did they find their land? They sure did. Okay. There's Takenuma. Let's force them to have something to do with this. I'd like to crew this. Try and get in some extra damage. Cool. Looks like they could do something on their draw step. Something like Go for the Throat here would not surprise me. I think they're thinking about it, aren't they? Okay. They're on 13. Play out a Bloodtithe Harvester. Okay. We have our own way of dealing with that, with the Voltage Surge. I'm not going to sacrifice an artifact here. There's no point. Okay. And then I'm going to... If they try to Go for the Throat this, we do have Make Disappear. And they can do something. Don't know what they're waiting for. Impulse. Interesting. I'm going to allow that. See, the thing is that... Oh, they didn't draw removal. Or they didn't have removal in their hand, so they didn't pick a removal piece off impulse. So normally a really cool trick you can do is crew up Bankbuster and then make disappear. I'm going to make disappear that. But yeah, you can crew up your Bankbuster and then use that as the casualty price. I'm going to go for the throat this. And then, if they'll allow me, I'll play out the Bloodtithe Harvester, crew up the Reckoner Bankbuster with it, and swing for the win. Okay, opponents on the play. This is a perfectly acceptable hand. Mono red. Okay, in that case, I'm going to play out the Sulfurous Springs. I would like the opportunity to Voltage Surge or cut something down. Mono red burn, by the looks of things, from Quad Ducks. They're playing with fire, actually. I reckon they might actually be Izzet. We kept a one lander. I mean, the good news for them is that this is quite a slow hand. They would have kept one lander double play with fire. Okay. I get it. I get why you did it. Okay, let's see if we can draw something good here. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I am going to Voltage Surge that whilst I have the chance. Okay. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I realise I made a mistake. Okay, I'm going to cut down one. And then I'm going to cut down the other. I think against mono red, you just have to be so liberal. You have to be super liberal with your removal, because otherwise they're just going to completely overwhelm you. Next turn, I have access to Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I'm just going to let that through. I am also just going to straight up play Fable of the Mirror Breaker, because next turn I can discard things. I can discard cards to gain more life. Cool. So, there's an interesting dilemma we've got here. Do we block with the Shaman token? I think we do. We're on 9. Opponent's desperately looking for a third land. I don't really want to go any lower. Yeah. Okay, I am not really going to make use of this. Bladecoil Serpent probably going to come too little too late. I'm going to submit 2, gain 4 more life. I'm going to attack for 4. Going to play out a Sol'kanar. And end of turn, I'm going to draw a card. Look at all these cut downs and go for the throats I'm drawing. Chandra Jet dressed to kill, okay.
Don't think a fancy dress means I didn't come with who needs a plan.
Sorry, opponent. That's what happens when you keep a one-lander with double play with fire. So how did I do in the end? Well, I went 8 and 5. I had a 100% record on the play. But the thing is that for my first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, for my first 9 games, I was on the draw. No word of a lie. 9 games in a row I was on the draw. I went 4 and 5, and then I had 3 games on the play in a row. Last game on the draw against Mono Red. So yeah, 8 and 5 in the end. In terms of my win rate, 50% against Mono Black. What seems to be the most popular deck in the format right now. But that seems to change day to day. No games against Azorius Soldiers. Make of that what you will. 2-0 against Grixis Midrange, although one of the decks was really a control deck. 0-1 against Orzhov and Jund Reanimator. And then I beat Mono Red once, Selesnya Enchantments once, and 5 color once. I want to say Domain because it played Drag to the Bottom, but yeah, it was an interesting deck. Yeah, look, I think in terms of what's being presented before us, I'm not 100% convinced Evelyn is worth the slot. I also don't know how I feel about 3 Bladecoil Serpents. I might put that down to 2. The Make Disappears also seems super reactive, so I'd probably take those out as well. Probably something I'd love to include are 3 copies, if I have them, of Phyrexian Fleshgorger. There we go. I only own 3 at the moment, that's perfect. You'll notice that a lot of our lands do tap for black, but we also have a few that don't. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of our lands don't tap for black. But that should be enough to sort of get a Phyrexian Fleshgorger out on turn 3. Let's move that over to the 3 drops. So I think this looks better. I like Corpse Appraiser, so I'd keep that in. I like Sol'kanar the Tainted. I never got to its 4th mode where I have to give it to an opponent, which was really nice. So yeah, this is what the deck I think would look like moving forward. I think you can perhaps have an argument of taking out a cut down for a Voltage Surge, maybe split the Go for the Throat and the Infernal Grasp 2 and 2 in case the number of artifacts you see goes up. Those are the changes I would make. Maybe take out, if we take out the Make Disappears, take out a Shivan Reef and stick in an extra Underground River. I only have 2. Oh no, I have 3. Sorry. I have 3 now. I think this might be a bit of a better balance. 27 land is a lot. We do have quite a bit of card draw through, you know, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Reckoner Bankbuster. I know it's only 1, but I think that's about right. You can draw cards with Bloodtithe Harvester because you want to get to 6 mana, so you can play the Bladecoil Serpent and you can draw more cards off that as well. You can cycle lands off the Xander's Lounge. Maybe you can take out a Stormcarved Coast and stick in an extra Bankbuster, play 26 lands instead. I definitely think this is the card I'd like to increase the amount of. Maybe this is a better configuration moving forward. I don't really know the difference between 26 lands and 27 lands on Arena for the time being. So this is probably what I would go with moving forward. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of the deck and any changes you would make. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more content. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye-bye.